Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Adam. You're watching Unlimited Options Investing. I hope you're doing well. I hope you guys are enjoying earnings season, and this is the most hectic week of it all. So, Facebook stock is getting absolutely decimated. What is happening? Yesterday after hours, Facebook stock was up. And it's like, okay, cool. They have a stock buyback. Everything looks like it's going to be okay. And man, what happened? Like it opened up right where it closed about yesterday, and then it just sold off. It found an intraday bottom just under $310 and then found a little bit of recovery. And I want to show you guys this chart over here because it also shows the 200 simple moving day average, which is this purple line over here, as well as the 20 exponential moving day average, which is this red line, and the 50 exponential, which is the green line. However, specifically this purple line now, we actually did go a little bit below it, found some buying pressure at 310, and we're still below it right now. And I think today was the highest volume day of the entire 2021. And I actually want to rewind a little bit back to January, February time when there was actually a lot of FUD around Facebook stock. Remember the whole WhatsApp and the Signal thing and that whole saga? And I remember back in January when Facebook was at 245 here, I'm like, wow, like Facebook stock's really low. And I'm like, is this ever going to go up? And then over the next 3 to 6 months, it just ripped up higher all the way to 380. So again, with growth stocks, you always have to be prepared. What if it falls 20, 30, 40, 80, 90%? Like, I know it sounds very drastic, but it is possible. I know it is an extreme scenario, but you have to be prepared for these big stomach churning pullbacks as they do happen. Volatility to the downside. However, there's also volatility to the upside as well when it comes to these growth stocks. Right now, fear, uncertainty, and doubt surrounding Facebook. Now, where's the low? No one has any idea. Is it going to be 310 over here, or is it going to find continued weakness over the upcoming days, weeks, or months? So we have to see about that. We are well off our all-time highs. Right now, just because I don't know if I can afford to buy the dip on this one specifically. So I will see if it does consolidate around these prices, and I'm just continuing to sell covered calls on my position already and just finding solace in that. And over time, it will come around. Facebook's not going anywhere. They're a conglomerate when it comes to social media, a significant amount of short-term headwinds. And then when it comes to the whole Apple advertisement saga, as well as just everyone hates Facebook right now. So again, maybe this could be the best time to buy it when everyone hates it, or maybe you should be staying away. That's your own judgment to make. But that's Facebook stock for you. So taking a look at the companies that reported after hours on Tuesday afternoon. So you have Robinhood shares of the stock trading app declined more than 9% during extended trading hours after the company's third quarter revenue missed expectations amid a slowdown in cryptocurrency trading. The company reported net revenue of $365 million, short of the $432 million analysts were expecting. Microsoft shares advanced 1% after the tech giant's fiscal first quarter revenue topped estimates. Microsoft reported revenue of $45.32 billion. That's unbelievable. While analysts were expecting $43.97 billion. ENPH shares of the solar company jumped more than 7% following ENPH's third quarter results. The company reported $351.5 million in revenue, ahead of the $345 million that analysts were expecting. AMD shares advanced 1% following the company's third quarter results. AMD earned 73 cents per share, excluding items on the $4.31 billion in revenue. Analysts were expecting 67 cents per share and $4.12 billion in revenue. Texas Instruments, even though I know absolutely nothing about this company, the chip company's shares dipped more than 4% after Texas Instruments missed revenue estimates. The company reported sales of $4.64 billion during the third quarter, which was shy of the $4.66 billion analysts were expecting. Texas Instruments earned $2.07 per share during the period, which was ahead of the expected $2.05. And lastly, Visa shares of the payment company gained more than 1% after the company beat top and bottom line estimates during the fourth quarter. Visa earned $1.62 per share, excluding items compared to the $1.54 analysts were expecting. Revenue came in at $6.56 billion, slightly ahead of the expected $6.53 billion. And let's take a look at these graphs after hours. So AMD pretty much trading sideways in the after hours, and taking a look at the last 5 days, it has been running up pretty hard. And to see investors not too excited about those earnings, it doesn't necessarily mean that AMD's earnings weren't good. It's more so if you see a big run up going into earnings that if it doesn't exceed expectations by a long shot, it may just stay at those prices or pull back a little bit or significantly. Yeah, Alphabet stock, this one's kind of all over the place after hours. Again, I don't really look too much into after hours as well. Like, remember Facebook stock yesterday, it looked like it was going up, and then today it opened up fine and then just sold off. So, if it was to go up significantly, that would be more telling, or if it went down significantly, that would also be more telling. But sideways like this, it doesn't really say much. We'll just have to see what happens tomorrow. Taking a look at Microsoft, so this is probably one that most people are looking at right now. It's up 2%, up at all-time highs at 316. It's probably going to open around that number tomorrow, 315 roughly, and then we'll just have to see how high this goes. Everyone's really impressed with Microsoft and the amount of money that they are making from the cloud-based services. They're an absolute mammoth. They're unstoppable. And just to think that 5 years ago you could have got the stock for $59 and now it's trading at $315. So the stock market is just an amazing place to create wealth, and this one's so steady over time. I know 15, 20 years ago this was a very different story when it came to the stock, but really at the end of 2016, this one just ramped up higher over the last 5 years. And this is actually a stock I'm looking to sell a covered call on, and I do want to make a video in the upcoming days about selling covered calls, but weekly covered calls, because lately I've gotten into the knack of actually selling covered calls expiring the same week instead of selling them a few weeks out, and I'm actually finding that I enjoy this a lot more. So I'll make a video dedicated to that. But scrolling down here, let's look at, let's say, the 320, the 325. It will update tomorrow when the stock price does go up. So I'm going to be looking at these ranges. Again, looking at those call walls over here. I do expect the 320, 325, 330 calls to increase significantly tomorrow. But looking at the amount of calls in the 315 and the 310, a lot of people are going to be cashing out on Wednesday a lot richer than they were on Tuesday. Microsoft really is a money maker. And taking a look at Twitter, after hours, this one was up to about 63, 64. But looking over the last few months, this one's really been all over the place, as high as like 66 and as low as 58, 59. Still a lot of volatility around Twitter stock. Visa stock actually dumped after hours. It was doing pretty well up until about 5:30, and then fell about 3-4%. And now trading around 225, where it has seen quite a few times over the past month, and looking at the last 6 months, it's been pretty volatile in this range as well. I know it is near its 200 simple moving day average. I am bullish on Visa long term. I think this company just has a stranglehold on financial services worldwide, as well as MasterCard, which also reports on Thursday. So it'll be interesting to see if MasterCard starts dumping on Wednesday as well, and how that one reacts to its earnings. Taking a look at ENPH stock, this one was probably the best performer after hours, up 12.87%, up to almost $196 per share. Not really quite its all-time high that it hit, I think, earlier this year during January time, I believe. And this one is looking incredibly strong right now. I used to own ENPH, but I didn't have enough conviction in it, and then I sold it at the wrong time, blah, 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 blah. I learned my lesson on that one, but it looks like a solid stock moving forward. And the last one I want to look at is Robinhood, and this one took a dump after hours, dropping almost 9%, immediately right at 4 o'clock, just dumping right away. And this one's super volatile as well, since they went IPO back at the end of July. Super volatile, all the way up to an all-time high of $85, and now it's trading at $36. That is the stock market for you. And taking a look at tomorrow's earnings, you have Boeing, GM, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Bristol-Myers Squibb, Spotify, Six Flags, and then after the close, Ford, Teladoc, Twilio, ServiceNow, and Upwork, and eBay too. So crazy week, guys. I will see you in tomorrow's video. As always, please subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.